So let's face it, it happens. I've been in the debt collection industry for over 15 years. When I work as a collector, I'll probably get anywhere from 40 to 100 people to pay within a given month time span. And out of that, there are always consumers who call back or that don't end up making their arrangement, whether it's a monthly payment, but typically with regards to a settlement. It happens. Let's just be honest. Something may pop up. You may have, your car may break down. Some type of unexpected bill that was very, very important, a little more important than paying the debt off, may pop up. And so those things happen. I'm not faulting you as a consumer and as a debt collector that those things happen. But I want to talk to you about what to do and what not to do given that circumstance. Let's start with what not to do, okay? The worst thing that you can do is just ignore it. Don't contact no one, allow the transaction not to go through, and just ignore it completely. The reality is a lot of consumers, that's what they do. Unfortunately, because they're in debt in general, a lot of times, they owe a lot of people, whatever the circumstance is, something may pop up, and instead of contacting that debt collection agency, they'll just ignore it. That's probably the worst thing you can do. Why? Because number one, whenever we get transactions, we always get a check by phone. You always got to check by phone. So not only are you going to get an NSF in your bank account for that transaction, number two, your arrangement, whatever arrangement that you did, especially with a settlement, if you owe $1,000, they agree to settle for $500 on a specific date, that transaction doesn't go through, you don't contact them, you don't let them know nothing, it comes back non-sufficient funds, or it doesn't clear the bank, and what ends up happening? You lose your actual chance to settle out the account, especially when you don't call. When a consumer calls me back, or if I end up getting them on the phone, they're just like, oh, I forgot, or whatever the circumstance is, then we specifically say we're not going to pay. Another thing could happen is, if you do have a check by phone set up, depending on what agency, they may run your transaction, come back non-sufficient funds, they may run it 2 or 3 more times. And then, as we all know, those NSF fees ranging from $25 to $35 can pile up, and you can owe a lot of money dealing with that.